What's on guys, welcome back to another episode of F1 2017 Career Mode, where we are going to be doing the Russian Grand Prix. So before we start, I've got two things to talk about. One is qualifying, because that's fairly important, so we know where we start on the grid. And two is a technical issue. But first, let's go over the qualifying order and see where we came. And for that, I'm going to hand over to my fellow commentator, Crofty.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Kimi Raikkonen starts today from pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Ricciardo, Sergio Perez, and Verstappen, Ocon, Kvyat, Grosjean, and Nico Hülkenberg, a Ferrari.
Whoa, Crofty, wait there a minute. We're 11th, even though we're 0.822 up on the pole sitter Raikkonen. Well, how does that work? Yeah, you've probably already seen that we got a penalty. It was kind of accidental because I swapped out a component or two that I didn't really need to swap out. So I swapped it out one time, and then I was like, in fact, no, I don't really need to swap this out. I thought I swapped it back to the original. That wasn't the case, and we've got fresh parts, but we have got a 10-place grid penalty. It kind of sucks, but we've got a lot to do in the race. So yeah, I'm going to hand back to Crofty, who is going to complete off the rest of the grid.
Sainz, Felipe Massa and Magnussen, Palmer, Alonso, Lance Stroll and Pascal Wehrlein, Ericsson and Stoffel Van Dorn completes the grid.
So thank you for that, Crofty. Now let's go over the technical issues. The first one is there'll be no sound from the cars in this video. It will just be me commentating over the gameplay. And that is because for some reason the audio kept going out of sync, and I don't know about you, but I hate audio that is out of sync. So I think it's better just to leave the audio from the gameplay out and just do our normal commentary thing. And then another issue was the replays. Some of the overtakes were sped up for some reason. I don't know quite what happened, but that's not really going to affect this massively because I've just cut them overtakes out. But we still got a lot of action. So yeah, let's get into it. So we are counting up to the 5 red lights to mark the start of the Russian Grand Prix. We are going to only focus on us for now, but we are underway for the Russian Grand Prix. We didn't get too bad of a start there, going up the middle of both the Haas and Toro Rosso as we go around this first corner that isn't really a corner because it is totally flat out. Look at all them cars behind us going into the first corner as we hit the brakes nice and hard as the Toro Rosso goes up the inside of us, and we did a slight touch there and then going outside of the Toro Rosso for the third long sweeping corner. This corner is very long actually, as we are now behind the 2 Force Indias. Getting a little bit of a slipstream going out again, which will be the inside line for the next corner. It is quite tricky to spot that corner, so we did cut it a tiny bit. But we managed to make up that place. Probably deserve a 5-second penalty while doing it though. But we are now getting ready to take the other Force India in front. This track is a lot of fun, by the way. So we have a little bit of a peak and a lock up. And a bit of oversteer there, a bit of everything. Into this straight, there is no DRS because you have to do 2 or 3 laps. I've totally forgot. But down this straight, it looks like the Force India's got a little bit of a slipstream, nice and close to the Red Bull as we lock the outside wheel. Going through these tricky corners. And dived up the inside of the Force India there. And now we have the Red Bull to overtake. With a bit of oversteer. And now in the slipstream of them, but there's no real point doing a overtake here as we lock up and run into the back of the Red Bull as Bottas sets the fastest lap of the race. But now we are on the second lap and in the slipstream of the Red Bull, which I'm guessing is Verstappen, down to the first corner. Going on the defensive is the Red Bull as we go up the inside of the Red Bull and cut the first corner there. Let me know in the comments what you would have done if you were a steward for this race. Would you have given me a 5-second penalty for that? Or would you have just said, it's racing, let them do what they want? So we've got the start for the leaders as we are on 5 red lights. And they are out. The Russian Grand Prix is underway. So, Bottas getting quite a good start there. Kimi on the outside, but Bottas is side by side with Raikkonen through the first corner as we go down this straight into the second corner. Who will be in front? We can see the other Ferrari there, but Bottas has managed to get that inside line, but Kimi's still fighting them all the way around into this long sweeping corner, but Bottas has got the move done and has took first place ahead of Raikkonen and then Ricciardo. As we go on board with Hamilton into the second corner, and it looks like he has got that move done on Ricciardo, putting him up another place. So here we are on board, trying to get past Ricciardo for fourth, but we are now going down this long straight and we have got the DRS available, but so has Ricciardo, but we have got a bit better of a slipstream as we are closer, but we are now going to the outside, which is now going to be the inside and a hard braking zone, a little bit of a lock up there, but we are now in fourth position and ready to chase Hamilton. So Bottas has just set the fastest lap of the race as we managed to beat him and set the new fastest lap of the race as we are chasing Hamilton down this straight going into the first corner. But now we have got the DRS in the slipstream of Hamilton going all the way in. Hamilton blocking a little bit there, but we are going on the inside for the second corner and getting that move done. We are now up into third position on the podium spot, and we didn't cut the corner this time. We are currently still in third place on the fifth lap. We've got our teammate in front of us in second, but our teammate Raikkonen is going into the pit for his first pit stop as we now take that position and get ourselves into second place and set another fastest lap of the race. But let's join our teammate in the pit. Down the slow pit lane to the fastest pit stop ever recorded by man because of a technical issue. As Hamilton's pitted, loads of teams are pitting. We've got Ricciardo in the pits as well. We've got the Sauber mechanics coming out for their pit stop. As Hamilton exits the pit, we've got Ricciardo exiting as we are on board with a McLaren on the outside of the Sauber as Hamilton comes out the pit lane and the McLaren locks up and makes a mess of that pass and a mess of that corner and has some work to do now. So here is Bottas in the lead still, just a few seconds in front of us in second place, but Bottas is pitting and we too are coming into the pit. So this is going to be interesting. Can we undercut Raikkonen in the pits? But Bottas going into the pit stop. Tyres off, tyres on. And he is away as we do our pit stop. Tyres off, tyres on. And a little slow there on the exit. But we managed to do that pit stop. Didn't lose too much time. So, will we be in front of Raikkonen on the exit of the pit? As Bottas has took his pit limiter off and is underway as we take our pit limiter off and are underway. Raikkonen currently behind us, and Raikkonen manages to keep his position and stay in front, sparking away all the way down that straight. That looks amazing as we now rejoin in sixth place with our first and only pit stop out of the way. So on the same lap we are going down this long straight with the DRS, but Raikkonen has got a slipstream and a DRS as well. We are still in sixth position, but Bottas in front looks like he is getting held up as we dive up the inside of Raikkonen to get fifth position, but Bottas is getting held up by that Williams. Maybe we can take that position from Bottas, and we do. We dive up the inside, maybe making a little bit of contact there with the Williams. Not 100% sure on that. As the Williams may be diving into the pit, it is Lance Stroll, but no, keeping out, just defending his position as we go round the outside. So we managed to overtake Raikkonen and Bottas, who was getting held up by the Williams in just a couple of corners. The Williams, of course, has still yet to pit, so that was a decent sector free for us. So Bottas side by side with that Williams going into the second corner and manages to finally get past them after getting held up a little bit there. So currently on the 8th lap, still in third position, chasing after Massa, who is in second, and Magnussen is in first. Bottas, though, still in fourth, as we got a good exit off that corner, going to the left, going to the right of Massa, diving up the inside. And we managed to take second place, but now we are in the DRS zones. Can we get the slipstream? And can we get close enough to Magnussen to try and take the lead of the race? We are getting very, very close now. Going into this braking zone, and Magnussen completely locks up and goes wide. Basically hands us first position there. Them cars are still yet to make a pit stop, but with the help of a Williams and fresh rubber, we have managed to get first position. So here we have got Raikkonen and Lance Stroll going at it for another position. Bottas has already got past, and as you can see, they're just going out of shot. But Raikkonen manages to get around Lance Stroll for another position, as Hamilton getting close too. Hamilton all over the back of Stroll. Raikkonen has already managed to gain a little bit of ground on these two, but Hamilton has managed to get that position. So here we have a replay of Romain Grosjean retiring from the race. On board with him now. We haven't got any sound, so apologies for that. But I think his engine is about to blow up, and there it goes. Yep, his engine has gone. Let's see what that looked like from behind on board with the Toro Rosso. Grosjean's engine is smoking. It is about to give way, and bang, there it goes. Grosjean is out of the race. So we are coming to the end of the final lap of the race, going into the yellow flagged zone, which is where Grosjean has retired his car, which is now invisible. Going through these few corners though, bit of understeer. All we have to do though is just keep it on the track. Bottas has managed to close that gap, so the second place is still very close. As we come in now through the final corner, and we managed to win the Russian Grand Prix.
Great drive, we did it, good job.
A great win then for the Maranello team today. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, Crofty, this was won through an abundance of speed and an abundance of skillful overtakes. Inside, outside, cutting underneath, we saw it all today. And it's really nice to see a Grand Prix won in that manner. A race, surely, that will satisfy the purists today, I think.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium. And as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari.
Alright then guys, so that is the race we managed to win ahead of Bottas, Raikkonen and then Lewis Hamilton, our championship rival. So in the championship we have moved up to first position ahead of Hamilton by just 5 points. This championship is so close. And then we got our teammate Raikkonen in third and Bottas in fourth. And then in the Constructors' Championship, Ferrari are leading by 11 points ahead of Mercedes. And then we have Red Bull in third and Force India in fourth. So we have a few things to talk about. One is I do apologise for them technical issues with the audio and missing out some overtakes. And the Kimi Raikkonen pit stop, the fastest pit stop ever, that is the issue I was having. It was like I sped it up in replay, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. So I don't really know what happened there. But yeah, that was what it was like through some overtakes, so I couldn't have put them in the video. So for the race, the move that we made on the Red Bull, where I did cut the second corner, to be fair, that probably would have been a penalty in real life, or I probably would have got told to give the place back. I'll have to have a look at my settings to see if there is an option to have like realistic rules sort of thing, just to make it more realistic and I guess fair for the racing, because I don't like cutting corners to overtake people. I like fair racing, and that wasn't 100% fair, so I'll own up to that. Let me know in the comments what you would have done, like I said, if you were a steward. It's sort of the same thing that happened at the United States Grand Prix, where Verstappen overtook Raikkonen on the last lap and went over the curb. Let me know if you want in the comments too about that. We could have a good discussion. But yeah, that is really it. This championship is heating up. It's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Let me know in the comments if you are. These videos do take me quite a while to make because I have to do the whole weekend and then record the gameplay where we're on board and then the replay. So thank you guys for being patient on that. So yeah, if you are wondering why the career mode is like one each week or one once every 2 weeks, then that is the reason why. I will try to get it up faster though, so like once a week I think I'm going to try and aim for. We have got Project Cars career mode as well. If you are interested in that, I'll leave a card for it in the top right hand corner. Some other F1 2017 videos like how-to tutorials and car showcases. But yeah, that is it. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, let me know in the comments. Also let me know if you've got any feedback or suggestions or anything like that too in the comments. And yeah, I'm going to leave this video here. The next race is at Spain, so I look forward to that one. I hope you guys are too. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Peace.